Hello everyone, how are you doing? I hope everyone is doing good. So welcome to another video of Origin and Evolution of Life. In this video, now we move to the uh, evidences for the evolutionary changes that took place from ancient time. Okay, and what is the scenario today? So what are the evidences that we will be considering for evolution? In 10th standard, you have studied all these like paleontology, embryological evidences, analogous organs, homologous organs, morphology. However, in 12th standard, we will be covering only two important evidences of organic evolution, that is paleontology and morphology in detail. You have covered all the evidences in your 10th standard, but briefly you have covered. In 12, in this chapter, we are going to cover only two aspects of the evidences in detail. Okay, so let's begin. The first evidence of evolution, that is, we study evolution, organic evolution. We say, okay, humans might have evolved from monkeys and monkeys from something else. So how do we, on what evidence? I mean, just do we just say this in air or something like that, or do we have any backup proof for that? Okay, so the first type is the paleontology, that is paleontological evidence. Okay, very simple to understand. We have come across this terminology and we have studied this in schools also. What is paleontology? Logy is the study of what? Study of fossil fuels. Study of fossil fuels. From fossil fuels, you come up with facts and information, and then you try to draw certain conclusion and inferences. Okay, so fossil fuels are written documents of evolution. Those who are paleontologists, they study, they excavate fossils, they study, they research, and they give us information. They write the facts and information, whatever they have, they see from their study. Okay, and that is how we get information from the primitive organ about the primitive organisms which were prevailing on Earth. Okay, so fossils are what? Remnants, remains. Fossils are what? They are remains of life forms which got buried under the earth. Acha, these life forms need not only be animals or humans only, it can be other creatures also. It can be other creatures, it can be plants also sometimes. Yeah. So fossils are remains, remnants of life forms which are found in the rocks, that is the in the earth crust. Okay. Why paleontology serves as an important evidence in studying organic evolution? Because it helps us understand the history or the race history. For example, how horses evolved, how they came into existence, were there any similar animals earlier? So they help us to study the family, to study phylogeny. Phylogeny is family of a particular species. Try to trace back. Okay, you try to trace back from where a particular species might have, come. So that is one of the importance. Then, to study the connecting link between two groups of organisms. Yes or no? Now, what do we mean by connecting links between two groups of organisms? That is, when you do paleontology, you come up with different information. You find certain similarities between certain excavation of organisms that you found. So from that you can arrive to a common conclusion. Okay, let's say you did an excavation at site A, you did an excavation at site B. Here you got certain information. Here you got certain information. Then when you study both, then you see, okay, there is certain similarity. Let's say these 2 points over here and these 2 points over here, they are same. Okay, they are showing similar characteristics. So you can connect the link between the two. Okay, let's say something you found over here has a similar hand structure, and here also similar hand or let's say the limb structure is similar. So you can connect the two organisms, thus indicating an evolutionary line between the two, that they might have a common ancestor. They might have a common ancestor. That is why their forelimbs are similar. That is how this paleontology serves as an evidences for organic evolution, and it helps to study the connecting link between two groups of organisms. One of the examples you can take is Archaeopteryx. What is Archaeopteryx? This is the connecting link between birds and reptiles. Between birds and reptiles. Okay. How they share a connecting link? Reptiles and birds. Both of them have tails, long tails. Yes or no? Then both of them have bony structure which are solid and they are not pneumatized. They have vertebrae. Okay, so there are certain common similarities, and they can be connected to a particular ancestor. So it helps in that. Study of paleontology helps in that. Then to also study about the extinct animals. Very common example that we take is of dinosaurs, right? So extinct animals can be studied to paleontology, which can help us in deriving conclusion of about evolution. To study about geological period, geological time scale, in the earlier stages of life, how were different creatures, how they were, what is there any similarity in today's creatures that live on planet Earth? So the time scale study can be done with the help of paleontology to study about geological period by analyzing fossils in the sedimentary rocks. So by analyzing the fossils in the rocks, one can also come to this conclusion. Okay, then we move to the morphological and anatomical evidences. Now, what is morphology and anatomical? The name itself is telling you base on the basis of morphology of organisms, different organisms, on the basis of their structure, anatomy. For example, you can see this picture, man, the forelimb of a man. Okay, the forelimb of a man. Sorry, the hand. Yeah, the forelimb. The hand basically, the limbs, upper limbs, not forelimbs, sorry, upper limb. Then this is cheetah. More or less it is resembling, you can say. Then whale. As and when we move forward, there is quite changes in the structure. But at least they are resembling, like, they are having two set of bones. Then you have this bat. Okay. So on the basis of the structure, on the basis of how they look, morphology, evolution can be studied. So homologous, so there can be two like similar characteristics, similar structure. So from there the word homologous comes into picture. Homo stands for similar. So similarity between species, between organisms. The organs having fundamental similarity in structure. Similarity in structure and origin, but they might have different functions. So what are homologous organs? Similar in structure. So you can see man, cheetah, whale, bat, more or less all of them are similar in structure. Okay, but the function is different. Man's hand is used for different functions. Cheetah is for running. Okay, we don't use our hands for running. But cheetah uses its forelimbs for running. Whale uses its the structure for swimming. Bat for something else. Okay. So this phenomena is known as homology. Similar structure but function will be different depending upon what animal it is. Which animal? Human hand, whale flippers, bat wings, and cheetah's foot. In case of human, we call it a hand. We call it as hand. In whales, it is flippers, bats, wings for flying. Okay, so this is the hand of the bat or the wings of the bat. So for flying, for swimming, for running, and for eating, let's say. So these four limbs have different function, but similar anatomical structures. Anatomic structures, you see, bones are similar. They have a humerus, they have a radius, they have a ulna. This is humerus, this is radius, this is ulna, humerus, radius, ulna. So here also humerus, radius, ulna, carpal, metacarpal, and phalanges. So these finger-like structures, these are carpal, metacarpal, and phalanges. Here also you see, here also you see, here also you see. So these are homologous. So we can date back to these as having common ancestors. You can say that. Also, homology is not only seen in the structures, internal structures also, not only in outer structures, but like in heart and brain, etc. Okay, for in plants, for example, thorns and tendrils of bougainvillea and cucurbita. We have studied bougainvillea, cucurbita in length and in detail. So you can refer to 11th textbook. Okay, so they have thorns and tendrils in similar in both these different plant. Yeah. So this is one of the evidence of organic evolution. Then another evidence can be opposite to homologous, that is analogous organs or analogy. That is, organs will have similar function opposite to homologous. Function similar but structure is different and origin is also different. So this is called as analogy. Homology, similar structure, different function. This was homology. Analogy is what? Analogy is what? Different structure but similar function. Function is similar, but structures might be different. Okay, for example, wings of insects and wings of birds. Wings of insects and wings of bird, both are similar structures, wings. But for bird, it is used for, it is made up of different, this structure, it is made up of chitin. Sorry, in case of birds, the forelimbs are made up of modified forelimbs. In insect, it is made up of chitin. So two different making or composition of the wings, but function is same. Both are used for flying. Bird also use it for flying. Insects also use it for flying. So function is same, but structure and origin is different. Yeah, insects' wings are made up of chitin or polysaccharide. Here it is a modified forelimb in case of birds. For example, octopus and mammals, eyes, then penguins and dolphins, flippers. Okay, eyes of the octopus and eyes of the mammals, they are having the same function to see. But the number of eyes, the structure, and everything is different. Similarly, dolphins and penguins, flippers for swimming, but the structure and the origin is completely different. Sweet potato and potato, the function is same. Okay, they give us, they have stored polysaccharide in them. They have stored sugar, stored starch, which is used as reserve, which is a reserve food material, which is used as vegetable for eating. But their structures is completely different. Their origin is completely different. Sweet potato and potato. Similarly, trachea of insects and lungs of vertebrates. Function is for breathing, but the structure, the bony structure, the origin is completely different. Okay, so these gives us, evidences from this comparative homology and analogy. And one more thing, vestigial organs. Yeah, they all help us. Vestigial organs basically, which are functionless organs. They are useless, not required. So in you have in other organisms like vermiform appendix, coccyx or tails in humans, in mammals it is vermiform appendix, which are useless. So from that also you can have evidences and study the evolutionary pattern. Okay, so all of them help us to understand the evolution. Okay, the present day complex form, they all have might originated or evolved from simple forms of the past. Okay, so this process of evolution is supported by evidences like paleontology, analogy, homology. Okay, so this was all about the evidences, right? So that's all for this video. Thank you. Take care. See you in the next video.